Good evening and welcome to The Grind. The Grind is our weekly team call where we hop on here, share some housekeeping, motivation, tips, tricks, all that good stuff. So you guys probably know me by now. If you are new on the team, you probably do not know me because it's kind of crazy how fast the team is growing. We have 7 new coaches on our team in the last 7 days. Which is kind of crazy. That's definitely a record for our team. So I'm going to bust through new coaches real quick. So shout out to both the sponsor coach and the new coach. The sponsor coach for bringing in the new coach and the new coach for making that decision to start your own business. So we have Chelsea brought in Heather. Katie brought in Kendra. Lisa brought in both Mary and Lori. And then we have Chad who brought in Christy. Myself, I brought in Randy, and then Jose brought in Selena. So shout out to everybody who's kicking some butt, rocking those new coaches, and I'm going to pull up Success Club points right now. Okay, so I know for sure we'll start out with the Success Club 2. So Success Club 2 is going out to Chelsea. We also have Elise. Katie, just going through my back office here. I feel like I'm missing somebody. Oh, Danny. Almost missed you, buddy. All right. And then we have, right after that is going to be Mr. Chad at 4 points, myself at 5 points, and then Sierra just blowing us out of the water at 12 points, her first month being signed up. Shout out to everybody for rocking Success Club, bringing in those new coaches, building your business. These are activities that build the business. You have to be sponsoring new coaches, earning Success Club points, and it all comes down to inviting, like we talked about earlier in the group. So we'll kind of dive into – I'm just going to go through a quick checklist of stuff that's going on right now, and then I'm going to try to keep this under about 15, 20 minutes. I actually have a last-minute family dinner that we put together, which is why we're on here an hour early, so thank you guys for making the live call an hour early. So first up is going to be new coach GSR, getting started right. I feel like especially with new coaches coming in as often as they are right now, I'm probably going to host this every 2 weeks. That way you guys don't have to keep adding people into an old group that already is full of posts. And for a new coach, that might be a little overwhelming to get plugged in and see, like, holy crap, there's a lot of stuff in here. So I'm going to host a new one every 2 weeks. If needed, I'll start a new one every Monday. And then at that point, obviously for you leaders that are inside the leaders group, that's part of being a leader is learning how to do this stuff. So I want you guys to be able to step up and help me out with that kind of stuff because I can't do everything by myself. I used to try to, but I am completely okay with delegating now. So the new coach are basically, it's still something I'm kind of working out. I want to use this group I plugged a bunch of people in there today. So tomorrow it starts. It's day 1. It's going to be 7 days. And basically it's a trial and error for this first time around because I made a big list of different topics I think a new coach should know, different topics an Emerald should know, and then different topics a Diamond should know based on rank. So in that case, I created YouTube playlists. And if you guys want to access those, just go onto the Team Rise and Grind page. And I already did a post in there with the link. So be sure you subscribe to that channel because every time I do a video and upload it, you guys are going to be able to see it. What I'm going to do is I think I'll keep the videos private as far as I'm the only one that can see them unless you have the link. That way we can keep all the coach, Emerald, and Diamond stuff separate. Just because, if a new coach goes in there and looks at our team page and sees tons of videos everywhere, they're just going to get overwhelmed. So if only the coaches can access the coach material, Emerald's access Emerald material, it kind of gives you like a new, ooh, I unlocked something, right? Get that new rank. So that's kind of what I'm thinking for that. So I made a giant list of different topics, and you know what? I'll just run through those real quick. Like I said, this is just a giant list right now. I'm trying to figure out the best way to put these into 7 days because there's probably like 15, 16 topics, and each one of them is going to have a different video. And I want to keep the videos very short. I'm talking like 3 to 5 minutes and no more than 5 minutes. That way the new coach will know everything from how to so basically I'm just going to run through the quick list. 7-day quick start guide, business activity tracker, how to access their coach online office, give them a quick tour, And this is going to be myself creating these videos too. So it's not just the Beachbody corporate stuff. What the heck is left versus right leg, and how does that affect you in your business? Determining whether they're a level 1, 2, 3 coach. Just show them the team call that we do, and then national call, have them put those in their calendar. Events, the importance of going to Super Saturday, Summit, all that good stuff. Finding your target market niche, how to enroll new customers, how to enroll new coaches, and then creating content and value. And then I'm breaking that into tasks that go with each of them. Setting up a GSR with their upline, starting their program and personal development book, set a date for the first challenge group, and then study the challenge packs and pricing. That way they fully understand it. They can answer questions for their customers. So that's kind of the big list. Right now I'm working together on how to best pair those together into a day 1 through 7 format. That way it's not just a bunch of random stuff being thrown at them. I want it to have some type of system. So day 1 through 6, they get all the information. Day 7, it's going to end with myself teaching them how to come up with a game plan. So leaving the training, they'll know exactly what to do. That means setting the first challenge group, setting kind of what your niche is. So we'll go through this checklist and say, okay, here's your game plan moving forward. Here's how you can make your first $100, 30 days moving forward. So that's kind of the idea that I have for, again, I'm going to run it and see how it goes for this first week. And we kind of work out, I think this should be on this day, maybe day 7, material should be more towards day 1. Like we'll just kind of mix and match and figure out what works best. So if you guys have any input as we go out through this new coach training, feel free to message me. Again, this is a team thing. I want to get up here as leading by example, right? I want to get up here and film everything just me, giving out all the information, putting together all these videos. As your teams grow, you need to learn to duplicate. So you are going to take the same video layout that I'm doing, but you're going to put it in your voice. So you record it because your team is joining you. They have no idea who I am. I'm going to be their upline diamond, right? But as you creep up towards emerald and diamond and climb up the leadership ranks, you're going to have to learn how to become a leader by hosting your own stuff, right? And so we can start that out for those of you that want to step up. We can co-host stuff. Some of us have already co-hosted challenge groups in the past. So I'll need you guys to help me out with co-hosting GSR groups for new coaches, coach sneak peeks. There's all this kind of stuff we can delegate out, which I think is a good stepping stone. So just be ready for September. For those who are going to be in the leaders group, you're going to get opportunities to step up and show that leadership. So that pretty much covers new coach GSR. Any questions on that so far? All right, cool. Again, I'm hammering through these things because part of building a business like this is creating time freedom. And I have the freedom to say, oh, my uncle's in town. Let's host family dinner tonight. Put together a last minute dinner, and all of a sudden it's like, okay, now this is like real world stuff right here. Why Beachbody is so cool to build, because you get to experience stuff like, hold on, I need to go to my schedule, adjust some things, and oh, boom, I just created 2 hours for family dinner. You can't do that at a regular job. You cannot do that. You can't just call up your boss, say, hey, I have family in town. Can I just leave at like 5 o'clock and just go hang out? Good luck with that. So that's one of the coolest parts about building Beachbody is you get the full experience of doing that stuff. So if you don't have a why, if you're stuck at a job that, sure, it might be an okay job, and you don't have that true driving why, just look in the mirror and ask yourself, like, am I controlling my own life, or am I allowing someone else? Am I building someone else's dream while they tell me what I can do and when I can do it? We're put on this earth to be independent. We're put on this earth to be led by leaders, not just managers, right? Because people who are bosses are managers. They want to just tell people what to do all day long, right? They tell you when you can eat, when you can go home to your family, when you can take vacation. They tell you all that crap. When you control your life and you're inside of what this network is right here, you don't have, I'm not a manager. I'm not a boss. I'm a leader. I'm leading by example. I'm in the trenches with you guys to show you what's possible. Okay, we'll go on to, so new coach GSR stuff. Again, it's just a big list at this point. I'm kind of pairing stuff together how I feel they best fit. We're going to run it for a week and kind of test the water, see how it feels. I think on day 7, when I unleash like that first game plan, I think everyone should have a good understanding of, okay, here's how I host challenge groups. Here's the first date of mine. And just kind of moving forward like that. So moving forward from new coach GSR, on the flip side, you guys probably saw my post I did about one-on-one calls. So there's a really cool system called Acuity. It's ACUITY scheduling. So acuityscheduling.com. Really cool system where it's going to help automate a lot of stuff, because I'm getting to the point where it's a lot of time for me to have to always message people and go back and forth between what day works for you for a call, what day works for you for this. And then we kind of go back and forth like, okay, Monday, okay, I got 3, I got 5. You kind of go back and forth, right? It's a waste of time to do that. So what this does is Acuity, you create your schedule online. So you show what times you have open, and then you guys can go into my schedule and you can book it online without having to go back and forth between what day works, what time, blah, blah, blah. So some of you have already did it, which is awesome. So how it's going to work is if you want a reoccurring appointment with me, which is like a 15-minute check-in for us coaches, if you want that reoccurring appointment, what you do is you go in there, schedule it, and it gives you the option to set reoccurring. So you get that time slot each week. Now, every Sunday night, I'm going to post my schedule, because my hours kind of switch every week, because I have some of my massage clients are rotating every other week. So some weeks I have a lot of free time. Other weeks I'm booked with massage. I don't have as much free time. So what you can do is every Sunday night, I'm going to open up my schedule for the next week. You guys can go in there, look at it, and then book your appointments. These can be 15-minute check-ins if you need specific help on personal development, what you're doing right or wrong in your business, what you're struggling with. I can help give tips and advice. I put a little slot in there too. It has different appointment types, and one of the appointments is 15-minute kick in the ass motivation. So if you want like no BS, tell it how it is stuff, that's the appointment to book. All the fluff is gone. We just get down to work. So that's already put up. It's inside Team Rise and Grind. So go in there, click on it, book your appointment with me. I don't care if you're a new coach, if you're my personally sponsored or not. If you want to chat with me about stuff, I've had 6.5 years experience in this business. So if you have any specific questions you'd like to ask me, don't message me on Facebook. Just go in there, and I'm going to update my description inside Team Rise and Grind so it's easy to access. So if you guys ever need to book an appointment, again, every Sunday night, I'm going to post the link in there, and then you can also go into the description, and I'm going to find a way to link it into my main Facebook page. I know they have like an embedded thing I can do. So pretty cool system. If you guys are in that same position where you have appointments that book with you, whether it be client check-ins, you guys can use these for your challenge groups too. Super cool. They have a 14-day free trial, and that's $10 a month after that. So you can go in there, use it for your challenge group, so you can set up appointments with your challengers to talk to them on the phone, all that kind of stuff. So moving forward, if we have had any prior set day and time, that's all swipe clean. We're starting fresh. So if you want an appointment to chat with me on the phone, and we'll do video calls preferably, or meet in person if you're local, just go into my schedule, see what's open for this next week, and then book it. Questions on that so far? Good to go? All right. Moving forward, kind of looking into, we have to start looking at September, right? August we only have a week left. If you are at Success Club 2, hell, if you're even at 0 and you want to make it to Success Club 5, you need to push. Do not wait until that last day and go, oh shit, I only have 2 points. I want to get 5. I wasted months doing that crap, and I don't do it anymore. If you want those 5 points, you need to help 3 people. Simple as that. Don't look at people as a number, as a dollar sign, any of that stuff. It's easy to get wrapped up in that when you get caught up in Success Club. I used to do that last year. I went through a whole struggle personally, just where I got stuck in that business mindset, that business rut. So I was just running numbers, hitting my points, earning the paychecks, right? And then at the end of the year, I look back and go, well, crap, I got like 150 Success Club points throughout the whole year. And I'm not in contact with any of those customers because I did it the wrong way. So when you learn to put people first and put their needs first, that's when stuff starts to happen. You develop that relationship, the bond gets stronger, and they become your lifers, right? They're the people who will always follow you on Facebook, Instagram, whatever social media you're using. So all that kind of stuff. So it's not too late. That's what I was getting at. It's not too late to hit Success Club if that's your goal. Now, moving forward into September, again, towards the end of the week, probably Friday, I'm going to post a leaders application So again, every month the leaders group gets swiped clean. And then if you want to start with September group, I have you apply to it and fill out a little questionnaire so I can best help you. So I'm thinking one of the focuses we're going to do is social media, meaning you need to choose one platform. Stop wasting time trying to figure out Instagram, like page, Periscope, blogging. Like, stop trying to figure all of it out. You choose one and you master it. If you don't know how to do something, go to Google and go to YouTube and type in, how do I insert whatever? I mean, I've learned like 90% of my knowledge, especially with massage therapy on YouTube. It's just you absorb it, learn it, and apply it. So moving into September, social media is going to be one of the biggest things that we focus on. It's choosing one platform and mastering it, because I've done that this month with Periscope. I've been on Periscope, not so much the last like 3-4 days, but before that for like 3 weeks, I was on Periscope 3-4 times a day. That's all I did was Periscope. I really did not mess with my like page. My Instagram, I didn't really mess with. My personal page, I kept up on my personal page stuff. But the whole point of it is you choose one platform, you devote 100% into it, you master it. And once you get it, you master that, then you can bring in other ones. So like my personal page, I've mastered posting 3 to 5 times a day. I've mastered going through and checking with my groups, checking with my inbox. I've mastered it. It's non-negotiable. Some people, they are struggling with Facebook, and you look at their profile and they haven't posted in 2 days, or they post one, game invite once a week or something like that. Like, you have to be very consistent with this stuff. That's all stuff we're going to talk about leading into September. So we're going to dive into social media platforms. And so you choose which one you want to use. And I've experienced a lot of them, not Twitter. I haven't messed with Twitter. I haven't messed with, blogging, not so much my thing anymore. So if it's a platform I haven't used, I will find somebody who has used it and bring them in here to help us. But I've experienced a lot of it, especially Facebook like page, Instagram, and Periscope are kind of my things. So I'm going to dive in with each one and help you guys on those. We'll look at if you want help with Facebook throughout all of September, I'm going to help you by looking at your page and giving tips and advice on what you need to change, what might work, you need to try something else, etc. So choosing a platform is number one, and then you need to create a schedule. I'm not talking like regular to-do list schedule. I'm talking social media schedule. And that's another type of project I've been working on, is putting together a type of schedule you can follow. So every Monday, for example, is going to be, if you're using Periscope, one thing I've been pretty consistent with is every single day I've been doing a vlog on my Body Beast transformation. And then I've also been sharing a business tip, some type of health related tip, and then a motivation chat. Those have been like my 4 things. So I stayed consistent with this. So I'm going to teach you guys how to do that too. And creating a schedule might not be a daily thing like that. It might be every Monday I'm going to post a video to my like page sharing a recipe. Every Wednesday I'm going to post a video to my like page doing a challenge. So it might be, 1 minute maximum push-ups, and then you challenge people to do it and you come up with a hashtag. So I'm going to help you guys come up with a schedule that fits whatever you are doing. Questions on that? All right, cool. That's pretty much all I got for you guys. The only thing I'll touch on real quick is the grind, right? The hustle. The one thing that it's so easy to do for a short amount of time until the shit gets hard, and then we all quit. That's just how it goes. It's extremely difficult to push through the tough times, guys. I mean, there's going to be times, you can use these throughout your whole life too. It's not just Beachbody. It's going to be with your fitness and your health. It's going to be with your personal relationships. All that stuff plays a role with this. The grind means showing up and doing the work, not slacking, because slacking is easy, right? It's easy to show up, open up your computer, and be like, well, nobody's on Facebook today. I'm just not going to post. Well, I don't feel like doing a video, so I'm just not going to do one. Or, the biggest one I see too with Periscopers is, well, I only have 2 viewers. Why am I even doing this? By you showing up and with that attitude, you're always going to struggle. You look at any of the most successful people on the face of the planet, not just Beachbody, the face of the planet, the most successful people are the ones who showed up when nobody was watching, are the ones who showed up and did the blog posts and the videos when they thought nobody was watching. By them staying consistent and showing up and putting in the grind, the work, that's when they became successful. You guys will understand, once you stick with something, especially like we're talking about one platform, and you master it and you keep showing up and doing it, you are going to develop ghost followers. These are people who you don't even know exist, but they are watching every single post you do. And eventually they reach out. Half the coaches on our team are people who reached out to me because one day they just decided, you know what, I'm going to do this. And I had no idea they were even watching me. Kaylee, for example, was following me for like 3-4 years. And then one day she messaged me this big thing like, hey, Chaz, I just wanted to thank you for all your posts and blah, blah, blah. I've been watching you for this many years. I'm like, holy crap. I've never seen her comment or like on anything. I never knew she existed. And then all of a sudden it's like, bam, the customer shows up, the client shows up, the coach shows up, right? You see all these people get lucky, right? You see the fact that we signed on 7 coaches onto this team in the last week. Do you think those 7 people happen overnight? No. They happen because those of you who brought on those coaches have been showing up and putting in the work. You've been putting in the hidden hours for the last week, 2 weeks, maybe month, maybe 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. It's different for each person. Some people you will work with and talk to for years until they decide to join your team. But the second you take your foot off the gas pedal, you lose momentum. That's the exact reason I chose to stay home when my family went on that camping trip a couple weeks ago in Idaho. I chose to stay home because we had momentum. My foot was on the gas pedal, and it was going at a really great speed. If I would have chose to go camping and unplug, sure, it would have been great. Would have created great memories, but you know what? I would have lost the momentum. So if you're at a point where you are completely up against a wall thinking there's nothing happening in my business right now, I ask you, at which point did you decide it's okay to take your foot off the gas? Because it's not. If you are in the building phase in the beginning, man, that's the hardest part. That is one of the hardest parts, is in the beginning, because you are starting with nothing. And guess what? I started with nothing. Jason, my upline, started with nothing. All the top 10 coaches started with nothing. We all start with the same 24 hours in a day. We all start with the same tools. We all start with the same Facebook page. It's those who hit the gas and keep going with it. And guess what? There's going to be stuff that comes into your way, obstacles, right? Maybe that's financial obligations, family drama, deaths. All this kind of shit happens in life. It knocks you off track, right? Most of the time, people will then take their foot off the gas and start hitting the brake like, oh, there's an obstacle. I need to slow down. I need to give my attention over here. And then they come back and go, well, how come my business isn't working? You have to show up every single day. Even if it's just a little bit of gas, you have to keep that gas on the pedal. The second you take it all the way off, that, if you're in a car, right, or a plane or something, that momentum starts to slow down to a dead stop. And then it takes more work and force to get that momentum back. So for you, whatever the grind is for you, whatever platform of social media you are using, whatever method you're using, whether it be challenge groups, cold prospecting, whatever method you use, you know the work you need to put in. You know the level of activity you need to do. No one else can do it for you. No one on this team, not myself, not the top 10 coaches, no one on this planet can do it for you. You have to show up. You have to have a goal. You have to have a driving why to get you there. That's your fuel for your car, is your why. You have to understand why the heck you want to do this thing. If you just want to make a little money and lose some weight, you're not going far. You have to have something deeper than that. You have to understand why you want to do this thing. And once you understand your why, it should be so freaking deep and light a fire under your ass that you're not going to be lazy. You will not accept it. The second you catch yourself being lazy, you remember why you started. If it's a spouse that's at work that you want to bring home, if it's unborn child that's on its way, whatever the why is for you, maybe you're the one stuck at a job you hate. So every time you're lazy, I ask you, how bad do you really want this? Because if you are choosing that laziness when you know in the back of your mind you have to show up to a job you hate just to be broke, how bad do you really want it? Because in my mind, I'm thinking not that bad. Not as bad as you say you want it. So if you want this thing, show up. Put in the work. This is team rise and grind. This is not team talk about it, slack off, and then show up week after week and question, well, my business isn't growing. No shit, you're not doing anything. If you want the business to work, you have to work it. That's what it comes down to. Thank you guys for hopping on the call. I'm about to go cook up some Cajun shrimp and chicken tacos. I'm super excited. Peace out. I'll see you later.